Alright, now we come to the silver layer processing, and the architecture of the silver layer is a little different because it includes input for machine learning and data analytics. Till the previous exercise, you have loaded the staging area and you have loaded the records, or you have loaded the tables from staging area to the bronze layer. We are at this position right now. But in the silver layer, things will change a little bit. The silver processing will contain multiple layers because the customer 360 or the ERP and CRM application has machine learning pipeline also. And some of the records or some of the data are used by data analytics team also to create internal visualizations. So as data engineers, we'll have to enable the machine learning pipeline and we'll have to enable data for data visualization. So that's why you have three types of silver processing, which would be done from the same bronze layer. We have the typical silver processing, which will read the record from the bronze tables and then load it to the silver layer. And from there, it would go to the gold layer. For silver machine learning processing, it would load to machine learning silver layer. And then it will go to the machine learning pipeline, which we are not bothered about. Then finally, we have the data analytics processing in the silver layer, which will load records as it is needed for data analytics and visualization. So the tables that we create here will be used by the data analyst to generate internal reports. They might be using some reporting rules to read the records and then create some dashboard or anything of that sort, which is also a very legitimate and genuine use case for silver layer. Not only that, machine learning processing is also something which is done by data engineers. So this is how the architecture is going to be. From the same bronze layer, there would be three different silver layers. One would be the silver layer for data processing or data engineering pipeline. One silver layer processing would be for machine learning pipeline and one would be for data analytics. And this is how we'll do the setup. You'll have to create one table for each bronze table which are there. And you'll have to make sure that the data type of all columns should be proper and as per the data provided. Before the ingestion and load, I have shared the detailed schema where you can get a sense of how the records would be. If you want, we can go through the files also. You can look at the file, do some data profiling or perform some data profiling to understand what data types would be there. And you have to make sure that if there are columns which are getting used in multiple tables, the data type of those columns are same across the board. What I mean by that, let's say there is account ID or let's say there is price or amount. If you are setting up the amount to be decimal 10.2 or maybe 18.2, it has to be the same across all the layers. It should be same for the silver layer, the silver ML layer, silver DA layer, and it should be same for gold layer also. And this exercise is called data profiling. You have to understand the data. You have to understand the data type, what type of data you are storing, what is the business significance of those data, and then create the objects as per the data. You'll have to create tables for machine learning and data analytics also. And for this, you'll have to refer the silver machine learning processing, which is coming up in a few slides. All tables must have deletion vector enabled, irrespective of whether they are in the silver layer, silver ML, silver DA, or gold layer. For all tables, individual file size should be 8 MB. It was 128 MB, but I don't think that is needed. It's better that you use 8 MB or 16 MB. 16 MB is also fine because the size of the file is already small. 8 MB would also be pretty big. So make sure that the individual file size is anywhere from 8 MB to 16 MB. Each table should retain history for 10 days. And the maintenance operation on each table should remove the files which are older than 10 days. Which means that after every processing pipeline, you have to include the analyze and optimize command so that it is executed on each silver table. And this should be automated in the pipeline itself. You do not run it manually. You have to add this in the pipeline itself so that once the loading is done, you perform these operations. I know there is predictive IO, there is auto optimization, etc. But this is something that I want you to add in the pipeline so that you can get a sense of some table maintenance operation. You'll have to enable change data feed on these tables: opportunity, sales order line, invoice, and case. Only these tables should have the change data feed or CDF enabled. Other tables are not needed. And importantly enough, you'll have to define the primary key and the referential integrity for all the tables based on the entity relationship diagram that I have shown at the beginning of the exercise. If you feel necessary, add check constraint also. That is also important. Now this is how the processing would be. All the tables should have inserted at, updated at source file name columns. So the number of columns for data tracking have been reduced. In bronze layer, the number of columns were higher, but in silver layer, you'll have only inserted at, updated at, and source file name. You'll have to typecast all the columns to their proper data types. You'll have to drop all rows with null values on critical columns before loading to the silver tables. Do not drop it after the loading, you'll have to drop it before the loading. And there is some additional exercise that you have to perform. The rows with null values should be saved in a separate table so that can be corrected and loaded again. And this is how it works in production also, or in real life scenario also. The rows are not removed randomly. I mean, they are removed, but they are saved so that the root cause of those erroneous data can be found out and can be fixed. So that's why I'll have to save the rows with null values in a separate table, which means that all the silver tables that you create should have a separate table which would contain records with null values. So if there are 10 tables in silver layer, you'll have to create 20 tables. There should not be any duplicate rows in the silver tables, which goes without saying, and you'll have to perform the following checks: whether the email ID in the lead is correct or not. You'll have to capitalize the first letters of organization name in account. Let's say the organization name is 3IM Limited, then the T and the L should be capitalized. The third point, which shows the lead value more than 50,000, it should be put in a different table with category large deal. It means that you'll have to create an additional table for lead with large value. If the lead value is more than 50,000, then those should be loaded in a separate table like lead large deal or something of that sort. You'll have to create hashed values in additional columns for all PII data. Now it is up to you to define which columns contain PII data. Whichever columns you think contain PII data, you should create hash values for them. So this is the normal silver processing. But there are some additional layers also, like the silver machine learning processing. Before performing the processing, you have to understand that the machine learning processing needs data in different format. We cannot pass the data as is to the machine learning layer because the training process of the machine learning models are as such that they cannot handle non-numeric data. So that's why every value should have numeric data. Most of it is handled using a stage called data pre-processing, which is part of the machine learning pipeline. This is not part of data engineering pipeline. Data pre-processing is performed in machine learning pipeline. But as data engineers, it is our duty to provide the data as close as data pre-processing. So you have to perform these operations for the silver layer. For example, in lead table, you have to categorize the lead source and lead status with numeric value. What do I mean by that? Let's say lead source has 4 different values like marketing, sales, advertisement, etc. Then one value should be 1, the other one should be 2, and the other one should be 3. Now what the categorized value should be, that is up to you to decide. And along with lead source and lead status, you'll have to pull only the lead estimated value and lead created date along with the 2 above columns. You do not need any other column. You'll also have to replace values of lead estimated value with the following formula. Now, what is this formula? For each row, the new value should be the current value minus the minimum lead estimate value in the entire dataset divided by the max lead estimated value in the entire dataset minus the minimum lead estimated value in the entire dataset. So this is how the value should be, and this is called normalization using min-max scaling. Similar thing should be done for opportunities table. Along with that, you'll have to add one more column which would contain the number of days the opportunity was open, which is the difference in days between the open date and close date of each opportunities. Now this equation that you see, you have to use this equation to replace the contract value and recurring revenue value using this formula, which is similar to this one. But you have to keep the original column. Remember that you cannot remove the original column. For sales order, you'll have to categorize sales order status with numeric value. You'll have to keep these following columns and you have to find out the average tax percentage, and you'll have to add a new column with the name normalized tax PCT with the following value. First, you'll have to find out the average tax percentage, and then you'll have to calculate the normalized tax percentage for each row in the entire dataset. So this is the silver machine learning processing. You'll have to create a separate schema, and definitely you'll have to create separate tables. The final processing is for BADA or business analyst or data analyst. So for business and data analyst, as non-silver or semi-gold processing is required. Why it is called non-silver or semi-gold? Because he'll be performing some amount of transformation here. Apart from data curation or data cleansing or enrichment, he'll have to perform some more additional processing. Now in the silver layer, I have not asked you to perform any data enrichment because there is no master data, so that is not needed. But for BADA, you'll have to perform some transformation to create similar data model. The sales pipeline that you see here, this is a fact table which will contain account key, prod key, vendor key, total contract value, and annual recurring revenue. And these are the different dimension tables: leads silver dimension, active partners silver dimension, account silver dimension, vendor silver dimension, and date silver dimension. So you have to make sure that you create this date silver dimension. So this is the data model. The purple one is the fact table and all the other are dimension tables. So you'll have to perform the processing, or you'll have to implement transformation in such a way that you create tables as per this data model. And in addition to the other tables, you'll have to create a date dimension also. Now, these are some of the business questions that the data analysts want to perform, or the business analysts want to perform. But I'm asking you to do it so that you can practice a little bit of Spark SQL and Spark Data Frame. You can use any one of those. Either you can use Spark SQL or Spark Data Frame. So these are the 3 questions. Please go through it and then you can answer the questions using SQL statement. And if needed, you can pull more tables for BADA processing also. In the data model, I have shown you only 6 tables, which are coming from the bronze layer. And the date silver dimension is something that you are creating yourself. But if needed, you can pull more tables here for BADA processing. So this is what you have to perform in the silver layer or for silver processing.